Dolphins win, baby. Glory to God. Okay, I don't even know where to start here. Devon Achane. Let me just go ahead and start there. Devon Achane. A fantastic performance from him. I think if there's one guy who has made this season watchable, this godforsaken season watchable, Devon Achane has definitely been the guy for us. Devon Achane had 225 total yards, 174 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns off of 22 carries. Just a fantastic performance against a Bills team that is aspiring to win a Super Bowl, although if they're going to do it, they might have to do it without winning the division because look what we just did. You're welcome, New England, by the way. Now, there's really not much to say about this win. It felt like everything that could go right for this team went right. Forced a lot of turnovers. We executed on special teams. We executed offensively on multiple drives. Defensively, this is the best defensive performance, hands down, we've had all year long. This is better than the Atlanta game because the Atlanta game, we were playing handicap Kirk Cousins, okay? This game against Josh Allen, hands down, our best performance. No question about it. And to think that, like, coming into this game, it felt like a funeral. It really did. It really felt like a funeral because Buffalo has beaten us, 7 consecutive times? And yet we come into this game and, even though the first drive ended disastrously, shout out to Tua, turned the ball over, he was great this game. He was pretty damn good this game. There was obviously some stretches where he turned the ball over, missed some throws. But other than that, he outplayed Josh Allen. He really did outplay Josh Allen to a T. Now, I know the stats say 306 passing yards and 2 touchdowns and an interception for Josh Allen. Josh Allen definitely got his. But in the first half, you're going to tell me that Josh Allen played a better football game than Tua Tagovailoa? You're not convincing anybody, buddy. And as far as I'm concerned, when there were opportunities for Josh Allen to get back into the game, he's the one who threw an interception. He's the one who fumbled the ball. So by all intents and purposes, Tua Tagovailoa, yes, the Tua Tagovailoa that might not even be our QB next year, he outplayed the best QB in football. Funny how that works, right? Now, the unfortunate part about this win is the fact that, quite frankly, we have tanked our stock a bit. We are now 7th in the draft order. If I'm being completely honest, I don't like losing, whatsoever, no matter what the case is. I think losing is a cardinal sin. Shout out to my Patriots friends. They kept on texting me saying, thank you, thank you, thank you. Please, ladies, please relax before you talk to me, okay? Relax. Nah, but for real, congrats to the Patriots for really having a closed fist on this division, man. I wouldn't say, the division is completely, done for. There's still a lot of football to be played. But I definitely appreciate us, playing a role in ruining Buffalo's season after they've owned us for so long. If we're going to start a new regime, if we're going to get a new head coach, there are pieces that I want to keep to really build upon. I think the pieces go as follows. I think it's Devon Achane. I think it's Jordan Brooks. And I know a running back and a linebacker being your core pieces is crazy, but these guys have been fantastic for us. And I feel like if you want to keep the culture, keep the fans happy, I think you keep those players. Another guy I think you should keep, Jalen Waddle. I think we're already keeping Zach Sealer in general. And that's it. I mean, look, shout out to Jack Jones as well. Jack Jones played a fantastic game. Minkah Fitzpatrick played a fantastic game. But those 4 players, I want those 4 players to be the players we build around. All right? Waddle, Achane, I want it to be Brooks and Sealer. Those are our 4, in my opinion, the 4 best players on this team. Also, Aaron Brewer. So 5 players, my bad. 5 players that I want to keep. I cannot believe we controlled this game. From the very beginning, we controlled this game. That's pretty impressive considering the track record that we have had in the past. Literally last week, it felt like we had control of the game, but we just couldn't execute when we needed to. But after a mini bye week, we go into Buffalo. We go up against Buffalo, and we really did control the game defensively, caused a 3-and-out on the very first drive. And then never letting Josh Allen do whatever he wants. There were definitely some occasions in the second half where he was running all over the field. But in that first half, I mean, there was really nothing Josh Allen could really do. And that's mostly because our secondary was just on lockdown. Mind you, we were without Rasul Douglas in this game, okay? There's no reason why this secondary played as well as they did. That is either an indictment on how good Anthony Weaver has been throughout the year. It has gradually been getting better and better and better. Or that's an indictment on the Buffalo Bills wide receiving core. I think there's definitely two sides to it. I don't think it's just one exclusively. But overall, I mean, it's just an incredible effort from this Miami Dolphins defense. I think they deserve all the credit for making this game as dominant as it was for us. We also got to the QB so many times. We had 7 QB hits in this game, 6 TFLs and 3 sacks. The line of scrimmage, this front 7, which has struggled all year long, the moment we trade away Jalen Phillips, Chop Robinson's out, and yet this is the game against Buffalo, against the best QB in the league. This is the game the front 7 comes out to play. Better late than ever, I guess. We even got an interception and 2 fumble recoveries. We forced 3 turnovers in this game. I think this team is like one of the worst teams in the league in takeaways. Everything, when I tell you this game felt like a fever dream, when I tell you this game felt like nothing made sense, nothing made sense. Nothing. And I'm glad for that. This is our first win against Buffalo since 2022. It has been a long 3 years since we've gotten to this point. Happy for Mike McDaniel. Happy for Tua Tagovailoa. I'm happy we were able to get the job done. Now, it's unfortunate that we had to, crap the bed against some terrible teams and, lose some games. This is what infuriates me, is that there were games that we could have won this year that would have made this season interesting. And yet, the Dolphins are going to Dolphin. So we got rid of Chris Greer, and then we beat Buffalo the very next game we play. I don't think that's a coincidence at all, ladies and gentlemen. This is one of those games where I want to be happy, and I am very happy, but it's I'm looking back at some of the games we played, some of the games I've been to, the game against New England at the beginning of the season, the game against the Chargers, man. Even the game against Buffalo, bro. There were so many games where we could have won, so I think that's why. Look, I'm not a big fan of McDaniel still. I still think we should move on. I think ultimately this is why Stephen Ross has decided, hey, we're going to keep McDaniel on this team for now. Say what you want about McDaniel. There have been games this year where the wheels have completely fallen off and his team is ready to play. Like the game against the Browns, that should have been a full clean house right after that. But yet the very next week we go out and we beat Atlanta. Last week against Baltimore, the wheels fell off. Penalties constantly. And yet, the very next week, bounce back and we blow Buffalo out. That makes no sense. But it happened. It indeed happened. I could not have asked for a better start to the Sunday. So yeah, what else is there to really say? I'm very, very grateful that the Dolphins were able to pull out this win. I'm shocked, really, that this even happened. I did not expect this whatsoever. You're welcome, New England, because, now you guys have, a full game lead, I believe, over the New England Patriots, on top of having the tiebreaker. So it would take a couple things for the Bills to come back and win that division. You guys do match up, though, later this year. I'm not here to break down the AFC East. Who am I kidding? You guys can both tear each other apart for all I care. 30-13 is your final score. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been Sammy HT of Dale Sports. And I will see you guys next time. Fins up. Dale.